Hey, what is up, my guys? This video is going to be a complete beginner's guide to Contractors Showdown Exfilzone. I'm truly no expert at this game, and I just want to bestow upon you guys some tips and tricks, and just for those who are not sure how to play the game, or where to get started, or how everything works, this video is for you guys. Let's just get right into it. Here we go. As I said earlier, this game is Contractors Showdown Exfilzone. It's very similar to Ghost of Tabor, but I like to compare it to Escape from Tarkov. Contractors Showdown Exfilzone does a great job of cloning Tarkov in VR. There's many more features in this game than Tabor. Once you fire up the game for the first time, you're going to create your account, and then the game is going to put you in the training area. So let's go over that. I'm not going to go over this training area that much in depth because, to be honest, the whole point of it is for you to get comfortable. The first place you start out in is the shooting range, and it's just going to allow you to get used to the controls. Grabbing most items is going to be with the grip button. So to grab a firearm, you'll hold grip. There is force grabbing in this game, which is really comfortable. So you don't always have to bend over and really physically touch the object to put it in your hand. If you hover your hand towards an object or point at it, it'll have a highlight. In order to grab magazines for weapons, it's actually going to be the trigger to grab. So trigger on magazines, grip on weapons and items. You can actually take a look at the magazine itself and you're going to see text. It'll tell you about how many bullets are in it. Now, I want to show you how you can load magazines in this game. The game will show you the ammo type in your hand. All you have to do is meet your hands together, then you can press and hold the A button on your controller, and your character will feed in the bullets. Another stack of ammo. Put hands together and hold A to put the bullets into the magazine. There was a recent patch that added the ability to remove the bullets the same way that you put them in. Bring your offhand to meet the magazine, hold the grip button, and then hold the B button to remove the ammo from the magazine. And similar to Ghost of Tabor, or most VR shooters in general, if you look down at your body, you will have weapon slots. One for a primary weapon, and one for a secondary weapon. Let's talk about grenades real quick. Contractors Showdown does grenades differently, and I personally love this feature. Grab the grenade by holding the grip button, bring your offhand to the grenade, and hold trigger to grab the pin. Pull the pin off the grenade, use your offhand, and point your offhand up and forward, and you're going to see a red line in front of you. All you have to do is, when you're ready to throw this grenade, simply let go of grip with the grenade hand and watch it fly. Take your time here, practice with all the weapons and the grenades. Just get a feel for the game. I want to show you a little bit about weapon modification in this game. So I'm going to just take a weapon with me. First, I'm going to load up a magazine. I'm going to load my weapon. And then come on over here to these blue lockers here. These are the weapon attachments. And this is a great way for you to learn how attachments work. Let's start with an optic. So I'm going to grab this red dot. If you pick up a attachment that does work for your weapon, as long as you're holding the weapon in one hand and the attachment in the other, your weapon will glow green where you can attach that. Then just hover as close as possible and it will snap too. If I don't let go of grip, then I can slide it to wherever I would like it to be. But I haven't let go of grip, so I can just pull away and try again. I could put this sight all the way far back and it will automatically remove those T-post iron sights. Let me grab my gun stock for this demonstration. Now I have a red dot on my little rifle. So it's as easy as that. And you can also adjust it on the fly. If you hover your hand over the attachments, it's actually going to show you a guide. it's showing the trigger and the grip button highlighted. You're going to have to press trigger and grip at the same time while you're hovered over it. Now it's in my hand, and I could put it in the middle. Now I would like to add a foregrip. So I think this is one right here. Yep. Same exact concept. You can slide it on wherever works for you. All of the attachments have stats. They're gonna change the ergonomics of the weapon. You can reduce recoil in different patterns and different ways, percentages. I'll show you that later. Let's finish this off with a suppressor, and I think this one will fit. Look at that. What's nice is you don't have to twist it on or anything. You simply can hover it as close as possible to the green highlight, let go, it'll attach. And you already saw, it's that easy just to remove it. Before I shoot, I should have told you that with your weapon in your hand, if you press the A button on your controller, it switches fire mode. But here is a little tip for you. I learned this from one of my viewers during a live stream, that actually, if you listen to the pitch of the fire selector switch, that'll tell you what fire mode you're in. So, the low pitch, the deepest sound, that is semi-auto. The high pitch is full auto. If there is a burst fire weapon, it is the middle pitch. That's semi. That's full. So, alright, the next section that we'll go over quickly, but was the most mind-blowing thing about this game, for me personally, is how the equipment works. There's different sizes of backpacks in this game, just like Tabor, but these backpacks can do way more than Tabor can. This is one of the smaller backpacks. Just like your vest can have pouches on it in varying sizes. There are small pouches, medium pouches, large pouches, and extra large pouches. Those same pouches can be attached to the sides of backpacks. And not only that, you can also double up on pouches and put them all along the sides. Now, the bigger the backpack, the more pouches. But it doesn't stop there, guys. I feel like the Sham Wow guy right now. Well, you can remove helmets from players and vests as well. So let's say I take this helmet off the player, but I'm already wearing a helmet, and I don't want to carry this in my hand. You don't have to, because in this game, you can actually attach helmets to the backpacks. Not just one helmet, but if you have the room, 2 helmets. But it doesn't end there. This backpack is too small to carry a vest. So, if you have a bigger backpack, as you can see, I took this vest off the backpack. You can take a vest off a player, but you have to strip all the pouches off. There cannot be pouches on the vest if you want to carry it on your bag. Simply just bring it close to the bottom of your backpack. Let go. You can now take this vest with you on a raid. Keep in mind, you can still take with you 2 helmets and a vest. Absolutely awesome. As you sprint around the world, your food and water will plummet. You can open the menu with the B button on your controller at all times, and you'll be able to see your health. And in this game, the health is much more robust. So you can have your head, your chest, your stomach, your left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg injured. We'll look at that here in just a moment, but pay attention to the bottom where you'll see your weight and your hydration and energy levels. These are basic water bottles. These are refillable water bottles. And then you'll have various sodas and energy drinks. Various foods, of course. They're all going to feed you differently. Some will be better, some will be worse. For the minced beef, just hold the item with grip, and then you have to unwrap it. So all you have to do is bring your other hand to the item and press trigger once, and then just put the item towards your mouth. You don't need to tilt your head. As long as it's right next to your mouth, keep holding it, and your character will eat it. With these cans of food, hover your hand next to it, press the trigger button to open it, put it near your mouth, you will eat a bite of it. MREs are the same. You can open it, open the can can and the candy bar, all the same. Let's quickly move on to healing. As soon as you go through this door, you're going to be either scared and confused or both, but let's experience this together. And you have your character model on your screen that shows you what has happened to you. It looks like my arm is bleeding, my leg is broken. I can show you right here. My leg is broken, my arm is bleeding, and my chest is also damaged. If you're ever bleeding, you want to fix the bleed first. With bleeds, you'll take a bandage, and you can just hover the bandage over your arm, and then hold trigger. All you have to do is spin around your arm, and you will stop your bleed. With a broken limb, you are going to constantly make this noise of heavy breathing. The players will hear you making this noise. So you need a suture if you want to fix your broken limb. Then you can hover your suture over a body part. Will actually highlight the limb that you are pointing at. But when you're ready to heal, you're going to hold trigger. Now it takes a while, so please continue to hold trigger. And there we go. This is one of many types of syringes, but stab yourself with trigger. And as you can see, it will begin to heal our entire body. You're all set. There's pain pills too. So let's say you don't have a suture and your leg is broken. Grab a bottle of pills. You can use trigger with your other hand to open the pills. You can bring this to your mouth, and you will, for a short amount of time, be able to fully sprint on broken limbs. And that's it for healing. This is the mica. So when you have it in your hand, it will show the map in the game. But that's not all that it does. Every item you pick up, including weapons and armor and pouches and accessories, you can then place in front of this mica, and it will tell you its name, what category it belongs to, its rarity, and eventually when you start to upgrade your base, you will be able to see how much an item is worth. Let's say you just picked up a gun off of a scav, and you weren't sure what type of ammo it shoots. As soon as you pick up a gun, put the gun in front of it, and it tells you its exact name, the caliber that it shoots, its firing power, ergonomics. Super useful. And that brings us here, guys, the bunker. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but let's go over a few things. When you go into your bunker, by the way, your lights are going to be turned off. Mine are on because I have unlocked the generator room. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But you'll be greeted with this room here. You should have access to a gun wall, and I believe you will have some starter weapons, even some starter armor. The coat hangers you can hang your vests on, and then the shelves you can put whatever you want on it. I choose to put helmets there, is that you can actually put whatever item you want on these surfaces, and it will stay there. So guns don't have to go on the gun wall. They can go on this surface. That also includes these shelves. You can put whatever you'd like on these shelves. And you can put whatever you'd like on these shelves and these two shelves here as well. You will have 3 hooks over here for backpacks and 3 dummies over here, and each dummy can hold a helmet, a vest, and a backpack. If the backpack is big enough, you can also store guns on the back of the backpack and still put it behind the dummy. These blue containers can also store weapons at the bottom. So that is a brief rundown of your first storage area, but now we got to talk about the most important part of the game, which is the terminal. This is where all the magic happens, guys. The first tab of the screen is going to show you and your money and the maps that are available for you to play. Click on one of the 3 maps, and then you'll have to choose a character, we'll talk about that later, and hit deploy. This second tab is super important, and it's honestly the heart of the game, tasks. And this is way better, in my opinion, than how Ghost of Tabor does it. So these are each vendor that you can buy from, and they are going to have tasks that they're going to ask of you. And if you want to level up their trust level, then you need to choose the tasks and accept them and complete them. So what does that look like? For example, this is Maggie. She is one of the medical suppliers if you're wanting to buy food and water and medical items. If you take a look at the objective part, this is what she's asking of you. All you have to do is go out into the world and find 3 storage batteries. And you need to come back to this orange tub and you need to drop the batteries in here and submit. What I highly recommend for all you new players is you need to focus on your tasks. The wonderful thing is if you scroll down even further, it'll show you the reward. And doing these tasks gives you lots of money, lots of experience, and even weapons and attachments. If you head over here, there's a conveyor belt and another computer screen. And this is the delivery kiosk. There are going to be 2 tabs, guys. One tab is the item depot, and if you purchase anything from the marketplace, it's going to show up here. If you complete tasks, those rewards are going to show up in this tab. Once you get over the 50 kg, it will start to delete your items from the item depot. I'm not so sure about task rewards, but I do know it will delete your items in the item depot. These are the ones that you have paid for from the market. Another burning question is, well, where is the marketplace? The marketplace can be accessed in 2 ways. You can either physically run upstairs or you can teleport. So the marketplace is actually around the corner and up these stairs. Or, for those of you who don't want to run up the stairs, just teleport. So make sure that you're in the main menu area, and there's actually a button right here called Market, and it will teleport you straight to the market. Yes, you can teleport right back to your hideout. Here are all the traders in one area. There's a trader, there's a trader, there is a trader here, here's a trader, and there's a trader. You will come back to your bunker hurt, bruised, bleeding, damaged, injured, in all types of ways. If you want to heal yourself, this little kiosk is where you'll want to do it. This machine even tells you that healing yourself is actually going to be free from levels 1 through 5. As soon as you're past level 5, it'll cost you money. It's not that expensive, so don't freak out about it. This is probably the last most important thing of the game, and that's going to be the Hideout tab. This is how you upgrade things in your bunker. For example, you'll notice that I have this second storage open, but you on your screen, you may have an iron gate closing this section off, and that door will be shut, because that's also the level 3 storage. So, if you come over to the kiosk and click on Hideout, if you hover over this storage expansion and press trigger, this will show you what it takes for you to expand your storage. It will ask you to collect items, and you'll have to spend money. What you'll have to do is collect those items out in the raid world, bring your backpack over, and place those items in this orange tub, and go back here, hit submit, and if you have enough money as well, you can then get that upgrade, and that will start to unlock different places in your hideout. All of these different rooms are going to provide something different for you. For example, if you go check out building a sofa, you get to increase how much weight you can carry. If you want to be able to collect water or refill your water bottles, you're going to want to unlock the water collector, which is over there. This is going to be the generator room, and this is how you turn on the lights to your entire bunker. You will not get access to this generator unless you start doing the tasks on your machine, you guys. So remember, keep doing your tasks, and then you will eventually get one that will unlock the generator room for you. You may notice that you're going to have a blue tub on one of your shelves. And this is the collection box or junk box. And what you can do is when you come back from a raid and you've got your box full of goodies, you come up to this box and it has a screen. That /20 is the maximum weight it can hold. So you have a bunch of goodies from a raid that you'd like to put away. So you take that item out of your backpack and you put it close to the box. Then you can let go of grip and you just put it in the box. What you can do in this game, instead of putting things one by one in this orange container, you can just grab your entire junk box, drop it in there, and it will read everything that you have in that box. The other nice thing is it applies to your tasks. You're fresh out of raid and you've got a ton of loot. You can also drop your backpack in there and it will also read from your backpack. Now we need to address the biggest elephant in the room going into a raid. And you notice that there's two characters to choose from, a contractor and scavenger. A lot of people want to know, what are the differences? Contractor, that means that you get to take your loot, you get to get fully geared however you'd like. Your vests, your best helmets, any gun that you have, you get loaded up, get your big backpacks or medium backpacks and fill them up with loot or heals and food and water. And you're gonna go out into a raid and you'll start the raid at the full 45-minute timer. That means the server just started. You have 45 minutes to get in, loot, shoot people, don't shoot people, and then get out. Just like Tarkov allows you to play as a scavenger. And what that is, you basically play as an NPC. In fact, why don't I actually show you right now? I'm going to play as a scavenger on Suburb. You don't need to take anything in. In fact, even if you have gear on you, it will not take it with you, because the game is going to make you spawn as an NPC. Let me show you. Alright folks, we have spawned in as a scavenger. It's going to give you a random kit. So that means I have a gun. Make sure you've got a round racked in the chamber. I've got a backpack, and it's going to be random size. You can have a tiny backpack, a small backpack like this one, a big backpack. You also have a vest. This is great. And it will come with magazines for the weapon that you have. You get a mica, and it'll be random. Maybe you also get some syringes. In this case, I also get 2 syringes. The first thing that you should do is get bearings on where you are. Oh God, I see a player right there. 2 players. We're trying to do a tutorial, guys. So, if you have a mica, pull that mica out, and if you press trigger, it will open up a big map, and this is the entire suburb map, and you can kind of figure out where you are. If you actually point at something and then press trigger again, you will mark that destination, and if you physically look with your head, you'll see that mark in the real world and how many meters away it is. So what is a scavenger? In fact, that right there is a scavenger. This is an NPC, and notice how it's not shooting at me. If you were a contractor, that NPC would definitely shoot you. But we are a fellow NPC. So, if I were to shoot this NPC, all scavengers from here on out of this raid will shoot at me and attempt to kill me. So the whole point of being a scavenger is that it throws you into the raid halfway through. The timer is at 26 minutes and counting down. I have 26 minutes to get out. The contractors, the other players who spawned in, they started at the 45-minute mark, and they've already been looting for about 20 minutes or so. You have a chance to take your new backpack. It's up to you if you want to be a little rat and avoid players at all costs and just loot, or maybe you'll risk it all and you'll hide in the dark and wait for players to come by, and you'll kill them and take all their juicy loot. Scavenger raids are the road to victory. In fact, scavenger raids are some of the most fun that you can have. Look at this. Just found a G3 rifle. Remember, use your mica so that way you can see what it is. Look at that. A magazine to go with it. You need to keep an eye on the raid timer. Open up your menu and click on the extraction tab. If the timer hits 0, you will die and you will lose everything. Well, good luck, boys. Contractors Showdown Exfilzone is probably one of the most impressive extraction shooters to hit the VR market. If you guys have any questions, or you want me to cover some topics, or maybe I didn't answer something clearly, just let me know in the comments. And if you guys want to play with me, I go live on Twitch. I also have a community Discord server. So I have a link tree in the description below that has access to all that info, including this awesome gun stock that is very affordable for all of you guys who want to get deadly shots. All right, guys, I love you. Get out there and be a rat if you want to, or be a total Chad. See you in the next one.